Okay, today is Sunday, March the 17th, 2013, and I wanted to make this video up to demonstrate exactly what you receive with the subscription to the service. And so building upon what we did last month, this chart, I send it out each day before the trading session. I let the overnight markets present their data, and then I create this chart and send it out by way of a short video showing support and resistance areas of what we're going of and how we're going to take an action for that trading session, so that we are prepared. And when I send out the alerts for making a trade and making an adjustment, you know exactly what they're for and why, because you've already received the plan. We make up our plan again before the trading session starts so that we're prepared when the conditions present themselves. So really the alerts are just a confirmation of what we discuss each morning before the open. And so, per our plan, we employ both weekly expiration options and combine them with monthly expiration options to participate in the short-term swings within the longer-term swing moves. Now, these longer-term swing moves can be 3 days, they could be 6 days. That's really the extent. The shorter-term time frame, they can be a day trade or maybe even a day and a half. But I wanted to use these charts to show where we are, how we ran up with the market early this month. We're off to a great start again, and what we're going to do with it moving forward. Okay, so it was our plan late last month when we started to see this inverted head and shoulders pattern here, very pronounced. We positioned ourselves for a push to the upside, and we bought weekly calls in here based upon the intraday charts and retracements from this pivot low to this pivot high here. And then we also positioned ourselves after following this run down with monthly calls, buying this bottom, and we're able to finance those positions by trades earlier in the month. And so as we participated with this run to the downside, it allowed us to finance this position, buying the monthly calls down here at support at 672 on the S&P 100, the OEX. We participated with both the weekly calls, taking them off very quickly, financing our risk moving forward. And we took those all the way up here to 700 on the OEX. All financed by previous trades, the shorter term time frame trades that we make. They really set up the participation of the monthly calls and the monthly puts that we buy. So we buy everything. We're net long the options, but we're financed by the shorter moves that we make, shorter term time frame moves that we make. And so here again on this pullback within this range, building this base along the bottom, positioned ourselves with weekly calls here, making a push through these highs at resistance and executed that position off. Again, financing our position, adding to the pot, allowing us to continue holding these monthly call options for a push forward to the upside. Got up around our resistance area, had a nice push early in the morning. Premium swelled, and we captured a very nice trade moving from 677, 676 area all the way up to 700 on the OEX. It was a marvelous move. It really set us up for the new month. And so at this point, I have lots of resistance up here above 701, 702.50, and I'm looking for a bit of a range in here. We have momentum moving off to the downside, and that's obvious after this strong push here to the upside. So we've kind of been going to the upside here, and we're looking for a possible topping formation. In order to participate and really set us up for a possible top in here, if it's going to happen, is to participate in the shorter term swing moves within this topping formation. And this is where I executed a put purchased here, and very late in the day near the close, we opened the weekly puts, and the next morning, shortly after the open, we executed the close on those weekly puts on expiration. So that was an excellent way. We're net zero at this point moving forward, and we're looking for a breakout basically within this range, and we'll look for further developments with the overnight action as to how we're going to proceed proceed. But moving forward, kind of looking for a topping formation, but I want to see some confirmation from the markets to be able to position myself. But I'm in position here after executing a successful, very short-term time frame chart on the weekly to be able to pick and choose in which direction I want to participate from here. Again, always financing my next trade with the profits from the previous trade using these short-term weekly positions. So this chart showing these remarks, these levels are the trading plan that you receive each morning. Then during the course of the day, I evaluate the very short-term time frame chart. And so this is where my evaluation of the support and resistance levels begin to overlap. And basically we have this overlapping area at 72.50 or it's 702.50. And I'm looking for a topping formation. This is where we executed the weekly puts from the previous screen, the longer time frame footprint. And our objective was back down here at support at 750. It went a little bit further, which enabled us to really get a nice price for these options. But the strong move to the downside at the open. These weekly puts swelled. We reached our objective for the trade, and now we move forward. So this is what I monitor during the day. This is what sends out the signals during the day. But you have the trading plan, so when you get these alerts, basically, you understand why and the reasoning behind us executing our trades. And so if you're interested in learning how to trade options on the S&P 100 and the 500, I invite you to join us. We're at OEXoptionstrading.com. There's a subscription link which will take you into an area in which we use the Google checkout. It's $100 for the month. It is month to month with no obligation. This will process your credit card and get started with us.